Morning, everybody, from day 32. How was that?
Not bad, huh?
So this morning we took a little bit of time to paint and write because yesterday was so jam-packed of all sorts of fun. And we are planning to hike to the base of the Wildcats today. There was a reroute because there's a bridge out, but we were told that the bridge is fine and that basically everybody's just doing the AT. Not the bridge is fine, but the water levels are so low that you can just hop across the river. Forgive me, I'm eating a bar breakfast. A couple of y'all were asking like how we're holding up. We're 32 days on trail. But the real question is, how's our gear holding up? Because our backpacks have gone through the whole entire PCT. France. Did you have that one for Arizona? Anyways, they've had a lot of miles on them.
Arizona and the PCT, I believe. Maybe I had the big one for Arizona. Anyways.
So we're going off of like 3,000 plus miles on these packs. And overall, they're doing really good.
Puppies.
Oh yeah, the camp chair.
Our raincoats.
Y'all keep asking about it. Crazy Creek. Crazy Creek is the brand of our camp chair. We got them on REI. And I think they're like a pound. I think if I remember, they're roughly a pound. So Bird Calls has held up through the entire PCT. And then he just did a tape glue job.
The super glue job worked great.
And it seems like it's holding up great. And mine's brand new, so no problems there. And we're off. I don't know why I feel like the need to say that, but it feels like that in the morning time as you're like cleaning everything up and then you're like, okay, now we're going. We are packing out 2 liters of water. We heard from the barking chain that it's kind of a drier section. I just said it. I don't know why I couldn't remember. Carter. We're hiking Carter Mountain right now, and we have about a 1,300 feet of elevation gain. And so our goal is today just to hit 8 miles. We are a little bit heavy on our food bags. Kind of learned this. So through the White Mountains, there are these things called like huts. And you can bunk in them. They're kind of pricey because they're on top of the 4,000 foot mountains. And in these, you can bunk in them and they feed you. But one thing that they do as well is they allow a work for trade for the through hikers. So if they have the availability, they take 2 hikers per day and you can do a work for stay. They'll feed you dinner. The other thing we heard was the through hiker bubble is kind of going through the Whites, the New Hampshire section, possibly, potentially. It's always hard to know. This is what the top of, I guess, North Carter looks like. We're not at Carter Dome. There's like lots of big little climbs. You know what I'm talking about? Oh. Well, it's still gorgeous, even though it is a bit hazy. It doesn't really smell too smoky. The sun is out. We can still see kind of like the outline of the mountains. And it's nice and cool when the wind blows. So I have zero complaints. This is so wonderful. Well, we've got this mountain to climb and then Carter Dome, 2.5 miles to water. Getting a little high, getting a little sweaty. It's 1 o'clock. We are pushing through to get to the Carter hut because that's be the water. So we're gonna take a late lunch there, see how we feel, see if we can camp somewhere near there, and just generally have a climbing good time.
Oh, this is nice.
Gosh, we still got a mile and a half. Well, y'all, we're carrying about 10 days worth of food on us. We just, you still noobs at some point, I guess. I don't know, you still learn. Apparently there's all sorts of pull-out points where you can get food. You can get food at these huts.
A couple of resupplies we're probably hiking past.
Yeah, and instead we're just carrying it all up on us.
So there's that.
Yep.
Yeah, I try to learn to love it. Yeah.
Oh, see this?
We're trapped. How will we ever?
They made a freaking roundabout. How cute is that? How perfect is that? They got a little roundabout on this trail. All right, passing. Well, I think the smoke got thicker because you can't even hardly see anything. I think we're supposed to have views here. Whatever. There's our hut down there. We're gonna get some water.
I'm gonna put my butt in the hut. I put my butt in the hut.
How's the knees, baby?
Oh, they're fine.
Okay, now how do they really feel?
They're tender.
Yeah. Going downhill is really hard on the knees. But look, look, look. We got a pond. It's lunchtime. We're in about 8 miles. It's 4 o'clock. This is our first real break of the day. That was nice. There's a place you can camp that's outside of like the protected zone. And there's supposed to be a camp there, so that's where we're gonna go. We're calling it Dunzo. We got Carter Dome done. Well, bam! Here we go. That wasn't even far at all. Look at that. Hardly. 0.25. Look at this. Oh, this is nice.
This is really nice.
Look.
This is perfect.
Didn't even need a bunk. That was so close.